Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while since we've done a inside video, and I want to keep it short. I kind of made this, or I guess I'll say, before setting up and kind of thinking about making the video, I actually was debating what to even make it about, and kind of one of those days where you're ready, you get the video, and you're just not clicking, you're just not feeling it. You're really not. Let me fix this. You're not cooking, and your mindset or your thinking process just isn't really working right or where you want it to be. I'm hoping Saturday or Sunday I actually have a strictly planned video for a certain thing, like topic or subject that I actually willfully thought out. Um, but for now, I just kind of wanted to think to myself, I guess, and kind of talk to you guys a little bit and kind of get, I guess, a conversation or maybe something that we can maybe both agree on or something we can relate to, or just to kind of hear another person out or ourselves or someone else, right? And I thought about just sitting and talking for a little bit for a short amount of time, just kind of thinking about, what's been coming up and opportunities, what's been going on. And that'll be starting my new job Monday, the next 2-3 days. So I guess things have been all right, and I feel like, thinking about it now, some days, weeks, or months we do really good, and then we have days that are just kind of like really not unproductive, but you just don't feel very great, or you just don't feel like you get a lot of value out of the day. And it's kind of weird because when you have a lot of time to sit around and to kind of not do what you normally do, let's say you have a vacation and you're just at home for a week or two, you kind of like, I guess, feel different about things that you didn't before, or you feel like what you used to do before, the process for working or having a habit every day, let's say like an actual job, to not having one. It's like now you have free time, then you spend your free time doing what? And the time certainly goes by fast. However, I don't know, I don't really want to say if this is a great mindset, but I try not to believe that money is everything, because there's family and things you're passionate about, but just kind of how our system is set up, and kind of how very expensive things are now. Money is very important, and it helps you do the things that you want and need. And you can live also a very peaceful, simple life with lower amounts of income, or even like, when you're a kid, right? You don't really have a lot of money, and you can figure out ways to have fun and enjoy time. But when you kind of grow up and get older, you realize like money is a really important factor, so you can kind of, I'll say, survive. you know? And I just been thinking a lot about just passions, and it's just a lot of dreaming and stuff. And, some things are action taking, and some things are also like you want to be constantly doing something, but then the time just goes so fast and you lose the time, or you feel like when you want to sit down and work on something like specific, but you also feel like you're missing out if you're not going out because it's such a nice day. It's so many different factors at once, and it's something I struggle with. Is if I know there's success, I will do really well for that thing, but if I'm, it's weird. I know I'm just kind of going everywhere. I can be patient, but I'm also super impatient. And I feel like I'm also very picky. So if something's not perfect or done right or not the way I want it, I won't fully do it or finish it until the next time or the next day or the right time. And that's something I have to work on. Sometimes it's very good and sometimes it's difficult. But and I have very strict routines, so if I like get off my routine, sometimes I things just kind of go all over the place. And if I'm doing something, like I'll give you an example of it. If I'm reading a book or journaling, I feel like, oh, dude, I could be doing something else, be making a video, going out, or learning something. Or if I'm doing it, I keep fantasizing about making money or having all these nice things, being super wealthy, or I feel like, oh, if I'm doing this, this is not productive at all, which it actually is. But we're just so put around social media and other entertainment and consumption, like it kind of makes us feel that way. So, and I can only do so many things at a time. But just to say it, I know people say you're not supposed to share this, but at the same time, it's can be looked at many different ways. However, for me, I guess, oh, I love so many things that I want to do so many things, but I know not all of them are possible. And anything is possible, but you can only do so many things at once. I I want to make this channel work. I want it to work, and I know it all it takes is me to be better, do better. I've seen the success before. I know it's achievable. I know it's possible. I want all of my channels to work. I want my kind of more self-improvement talking or giving advice or just sharing stories or experience, or kind of being able to build some small community for this. So like this channel, right? I want it to work. I want it to do well. I have other fun channels too that I really enjoy doing in cinematic videos and stuff. I want those to work. And I know they can. My cinematic videos did pretty good actually. You know, I would like to do one this weekend, but I'm very passionate about things like that when it comes to arts and crafts like cinematography, videography, photography itself, music, writing, journaling, philosophy books, history, things like that, and I'm a huge car enthusiast. I might not know everything about cars, but I've been I've been a motorhead since I was a kid, since I was growing up, and even more so now. I want to have nice cars and project cars and rally cars, and I want to do actual events, and I want to make so many things that I thought as a kid were so cool actually happen and come true, and I've been soloing a lot of this actually, and I'll have friends and some family and the friends we hang out for fun, but in terms of real goals, real ambitions and dreams, and like real life, I'm pretty much alone. I don't really have anybody. Um, I love bikes too, and I love traveling. I love learning languages. I love meeting people from other countries. I want to have a great purpose, and I want to achieve the things what I want, but I also want to be realistic. And I also value time so much. And that's something that's very difficult. A lot of jobs, how our system works, we get paid like crap, and we spend most of our lives and our time working for these companies and places that don't care about us. And now we barely have time for family, barely have time for vacation. We can barely afford commuting to work. So you're basically working to die. Work till you die, I guess. I want to do something extravagant. I know we see it a lot on social media. You know, we see people being successful, people making it. We only see the good sides. Obviously, people go through struggles and hardships. But I want. Oh, Simon's here. I want to be able to get to where I truly desire to be. So, but my homies here, we'll kind of get on a deep level next time. So, I'll see you guys in a bit, all right? And I think this is a good little end off. We can kind of talk about it. Maybe I'll make a part 2 later, okay? All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. We're not giving up, all right? Peace.